Hi everyone, this is Bonnie at Good Earth Spa, and I have some new fragrance oils that I'd like to smell with you today. They're from Essential Depot. I'll make sure and put the link to the store in the information below. And first I have them separated in two different groups because I've already smelled them. So I have the left group and the right group. And the left group, I've already smelled them and I just love them so much. And the group on the right, you're going to have to stay tuned for when I use them because they were so strong that it was hard to really smell them right out of the bottle, and I'll need to smell them again after I use them. Okay, so let's just start off with the Sun and Sand fragrance oil. This one smells really beachy, like you're going to the beach. So you can smell those water notes. I did also use this in a little bit of my melt and pour soap, and it does bring out more of the base notes that you can't really smell when you just smell them right out of the bottle. So with that being said, as usual, they may smell different when they're diluted into a product. But this one smells really refreshing and summery and beachy to me. It's a really nice scent that I think just smells nice and clean. Okay, so next is the honey fragrance oil, and because I smelled this already, it smells just like honey. It smells just like the honey I pull out of my bee boxes when I do my beekeeping. It really smells that good. And I've also done honey hauls where I compare different kinds of honey, and this smells more like wild forest honey to me than any other kind of honey. Oh, it smells just like forest honey. And honey has that sweetness to it, obviously because it's a sugar, but it also a lot of times has spicier notes in it from the different types of pollen that bees they have access to. For example, bees next to a lavender field, the honey will smell different and taste different than bees next to a field of clover or a field of mint or so on and so forth. I really like raspberry honey, but this to me smells a lot like forest honey. It smells just like the honey that I harvest here in the Pacific Northwest. So I can't wait to use that. It has that real sugary with the spice notes as well. I really like that honey. I hope it works well in cold process. So stay tuned. I'm going to try to do a fragrance test at least once a week. So I'm gonna try to stick to that schedule because I only make soap on Mondays and Tuesdays. So I'll try and include a fragrance test every week. Except sometimes I make soaps on other days, but that's how I plan it. Okay, so this is Melon Berry. It smells just like the name. It smells just like melons and berries. This is a fresh fruit salad, and it really has a really nice smell, so I can't wait to try these too. Lily Valley, or I think it's Lily of the Valley on the website. I lost my paperwork. Can't find my paper for when I order these. But it's a nice calm floral scent. Like a peaceful floral, nice and relaxing. Next is Clean Cotton, and I've smelled lots of clean cotton and clean linen and laundry type smells, and this one is really nice. This one, for some reason, some of them tend to be kind of sharp, and this one's not. It's I can smell like the difference in between the cotton and the linen. if you have smelled products that call itself either cotton or linen, you may be able to differentiate what I'm talking about. But the cotton definitely smells different. I much prefer the cotton. It reminds me kind of like there's one I think that Bath and Body Works has that's called something cotton, maybe Island Cotton or something like that, some kind of cotton, I can't remember, but this smells kind of like that. Similar to the one from Bath and Body Works. Okay, sandalwood is next. I am a personal sandalwood addict. I like trying all of the sandalwood fragrances from any place I can possibly find them, so I couldn't get out of the shopping cart without putting sandalwood in there as well. So I had to try this, and I actually tried to order a lot of these with my last fragrance purchase, but a lot of them were out of stock, and I was happy because I was on the mailing list, I guess, and I got the email about it, you know, the sales ending soon or something like that. I couldn't remember exactly, but I was able to get in and they were all restocked, so I tried to get as many as possible before the sale ends. So every time you go there, you want to check the sale categories because they do have great sales. This is a great clean Indian type sandalwood. Let me open this again. I like this sandalwood. This is a good sandalwood, and a lot of people will claim that they know what sandalwood smells like, but I have smelled fresh sandalwood, I have smelled sandalwood powder, I have smelled sandalwood essential oil, and all of the real things. I've smelled different kinds of sandalwood oils and powders and woods and things like that. And this is a great, well-rounded sandalwood. I mean, some sandalwoods smell more musky, and some sandalwoods smell more what I call clean. And this is a great sandalwood. It's going to be hard for me to tell, just smelling it out of the top of the bottle, how much of that base note is in there. But I can smell that clean and a little bit of the muskiness in there too. It's not a really musky sandalwood. It's a clean, but it does have that sandalwood musk type to it as well. This is really nice. I'm looking forward to making things like this, and I hope that it goes well with cold processed soap. So just stay tuned and you will find out. Okay, this is one that looked really interesting. I don't know how you pronounce this. I don't know. I'm gonna try, but frangipani? I don't know. Okay, let me just smell it. It smells good, and I forget what the description was on the website. But it's a clean type of scent. I can't quite place these notes. I don't know exactly what it is, but just check the website and read the description, because I remember I was very impressed by whatever it was that I read, because obviously I don't know what this word means. It's probably like an Italian or something, you know, a language I'm not fluent in or something like that. I don't know, but I read the description and I was very impressed, and I was, you know, enticed obviously to buy it. And I'm happy that I did, because it does smell really nice, and I apologize that I just can't seem to find the words to describe it fully. But this is a nice one. I like it. Okay, Ocean Breeze. My husband also came through and smelled all of these too, because he's very much interested in making masculine scent blends, and in, you know, having his own unique masculine scented products. For example, he made my Trial for Men scent that I sell the soaps and the incense and everything in that scent that he made. And now that everyone else is buying it and liking it, he wants to make a new one. And he said he's definitely going to blend some essential oils with this one, because this one reminded him of back before we were married, in his surfing days when he lived in California, and he would go surfing every day, and it just brought back a lot of those good memories for him. And it's a great ocean scent too. It just smells just like an ocean breeze. Next is Baby Powder. This does smell just like baby powder, just like what, you know, you would think that canister of baby powder smells like. You know, some baby powders have other scents, but the generic baby powder scent, that's, you know, it matches with that. And baby powder is not a scent that I'm crazy about generally, but this really smells nice, and it's not too much for me. Sometimes baby powder scents make me feel sneezy, which is why I don't prefer them. But this one, I'm smelling it concentrated right out of the bottle, and it doesn't make me feel that way. Okay, so next is Violet. Violet, you're turning violet, Violet. That's from Willy Wonka, sorry. And this is a nice not too strong floral. I'm not crazy over florals, but I like these subtle, sweet florals. And this one is it's pretty good. It wouldn't be my favorite, but I think it smells true, and I think it smells good. This one is Floral Garden, and while I was on the fence with this one, there was a sale going on, and I just had to, you know, try some things I wouldn't normally try. And this one I love. I'm so glad I tried it. I love this one. It smells so fresh and so spring-like, you know, walking outside through a flower garden. It's exactly what it smells like. And I grow a lot of flowers in my garden for my bees, and, you know, a nice spring breeze, you know, when the pollen is thick, and, you know, so for some people that's probably going to sound terrible. No, not pollen, but I like it. And this is definitely a sweet, subtle, pretty floral. So I like that. Okay, Mango Madness. I remember when I opened this one up, the first thing I said was, wow. And I wasn't even like filming or anything, and you know, I just couldn't believe it. It smells just like mango. Oh man, this one is so, it smells like mango punch juice. It just smells really, really, really fresh. I really hope that this one goes well in cold process, but even if it doesn't, I won't be that upset, because this would make a great lotion, or bath bombs, or, you know, bubble bars. This would make a great for bubble bath products. That smells so good. This, just for the smell here, this is great. I love this one. Okay, this is French Vanilla. So most vanillas discolor in soap, so I'll be trying this one, and I'll be, you know, updating for that. So stay tuned. This smells very much like French vanilla that I would get, you know, from other suppliers as well. So I think it's a very true French vanilla fragrance. I like vanillas. I like all kinds of vanillas, and I like trying different ones because they really do smell different. And this one does smell exactly what I would expect it to smell like for being a French vanilla. Okay, this one is Peach Blossom. This one is more floral. And, you know, of course, a peach blossom smells different than a peach, but it still has peach notes to it. It's a very, very nice floral scent. I definitely prefer this. It's not strong and in your face. Like, for example, I don't like rose at all. And I mean, I like the smell of fresh roses, but for fragrance, it always seems like it's too strong and too in your face, and sometimes jasmine too. I like to call it old lady floral, but this is nothing like that. This is so young and fresh and sweet. This is the kind of floral I love. It's a fruity floral, and it's really nice. So I'll be looking forward to using that. Watermelon. This smells just like the watermelon candies, just like most watermelon fragrances would smell, whereas most of them don't smell like an actual fresh fruit watermelon. Usually they smell like watermelon candy, and this is the same for this one too. I've yet to find a watermelon fragrance that actually smells like a watermelon true, but I actually prefer the fake candy smell, watermelon smell anyway. So I really like this one too. So now here is Passion Fruit. This one smells great too. It you know, it smells tropical. It smells like a juice, kind of like the Mango Madness. In fact, these two might go well together as a tropical blend. I'll have to try that. But this is really nice, and we're still in the pile of we're still in the group that I liked the best. Okay, so Gardenia. I've purchased Gardenia from several different places, and this one is the best, I think. for the smell. I haven't tried it in soap yet, but for the smell, some other gardenias I have are a little harsh, and this one is not quite so. It smells more true to me than some other ones I've smelled, and I'm really happy with this one, so long as it, is going to work well in soap, which I'll keep you informed. And also, there are some reviews on the website, so just check the information below and click on the link, and you'll be able to find all of these fragrance oils, because some people have left reviews that they either, that they work in cold process soap or what have you, but given the time, I will be doing all of these. So, but if you're interested in purchasing one before I'm able to test it in cold process soap, then you might want to go and read the reviews, because there are some that have people who have already said that it works, or what have you. This jasmine by the way, this is jasmine. It smells like the first time I ever smelled jasmine, real jasmine flowers, was I was walking through, I think I was in Santa Monica, California, and I'd never smelled a jasmine flower, and I was just out on the West Coast for a visit, because I was actually living on the East Coast, and I remember I smelled this beautiful, beautiful flower, and I didn't know where it came from, and there were flowers everywhere, because everything was flowering and everything was in bloom, and it was beautiful. With that beautiful weather they get there. And finally I was able to sniff my way over to the jasmine and find out what it was, and ever since then I love jasmine, and I love trying different jasmine scents, and I even grow my own jasmine flowers now, but they don't yield any essential oil. I've tried, but I think that the distillation process is too rough on a jasmine flower, so I have to buy the fragrance, and this is a nice one. Just like walking down, what street was I on? I don't remember. It starts with a W though. Okay, so this is coconut fragrance oil. Now I'm into the pile where they kind of smelled really strong to me, and I'm gonna have to test them or dilute them to be able to really see. This smells like strongly of the coconut meat. The flesh of the coconut. It's, when I smell it, I just seems like I'm chewing on coconut, but it does seem pretty strong, so I'm gonna have to see how it works. And then also, sometimes for some reason, I don't know why, and I'm not saying it's true of this one either, because I just don't know yet, but sometimes coconut fragrances tend to morph a little bit when they're used in soap. So I will be curious to see how this one works, because I know that I'm not the only soap maker out there looking for a nice coconut, so I will keep you updated. But so far it seems like a strong smelling of coconut meat, so I will let you know about that. And this one is called Berry Breeze. It's I mean, I can smell the berry, but like I said, it just smells too strong for me to be able to tell how it's going to smell afterward, after it's diluted in its proper proportion. And this is pineapple. This one smells kind of like pineapple soda. Have you ever had pineapple soda? I remember my dad used to buy it when I was a kid, and I never liked it, but I like fresh pineapple, so maybe it will calm down a little bit, because the pineapple soda, it seemed like it was just it had too much flavor in it, so this seems like it's just real strong, and it is concentrated, so I like the notes that are coming out of it, but I just need to use it in order to tell you more about it, so it's a little strong. And this one is bubblegum. Bubblegum is a really fun scent, and it has a sharpness to it that I don't much like, but like I said, it needs to be diluted. It's it's almost like nail polish remover, smelling it right out of the bottle. So, but I also felt that way about Brambleberry's Berry Wine, that it smelled like nail polish remover out of the bottle, and then after I used it, it smelled better. It wasn't my favorite, but it smelled better, and this one kind of smells a little bit like that, but not as not as bad as the one. Oh man, I hate to say anything bad because Brambleberry has lots of good stuff too, but I just didn't like that berry wine. I'm sorry. Okay, so moving on to Fruit Fantasia. This one, oh, this is the one that it didn't smell too strong. It didn't. I couldn't really smell anything at all, and maybe it's because I just smelled like a million other things. Let me try and take. Yeah, this is the one I just can't smell anything. I just can't smell anything at all. I'm gonna have to use it in something, or see how it goes. But it's light. It it almost smells like when if you go to the grocery store and you buy ambrosia, which is it's like a fruit type salad with some kind of creamy sauce in it. I'm not exactly sure how you make it. I just I know what it is. I've tasted and smelled it, but I don't smell much coming right out of the bottle on this one. Let me try and I just pulled this out of the bottle. Let me try and smell that. It just smells so light, so maybe there's other notes in there that I just can't smell off the top, but I will also, of course, keep you updated on this one and how it goes when I finally test it out. And this is Pumpkin Patch. It has it seems some leafy notes to it, as well as a pumpkin. And now I've got my hands covered in fragrance at this point, so hold on. I smell pumpkin, like the flesh of the pumpkin, but fresh, not cooked. Like raw. It smells more like raw pumpkin with like a little bit of green notes. So I would say that it matches up close to the name, but if you were looking for pumpkin pie type scents, this would probably not be the one. This smells more like fresh, raw pumpkin. It's October and you're carving pumpkins. That's more like what it smells like, raw pumpkin. Okay, the last one I have here is Pear Fantasy, and I just it doesn't smell like pear to me, which is why it was in the we'll see after we use it category. Whereas most of these I actually consider to be my favorites. In fact, I was telling my husband, wow, I can't believe it. I've never ordered so many fragrances and liked such a huge percentage of them so much. So I'm really happy overall with all of the fragrances I got. But this one smells kind of more like a perfume to me, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I was hoping it would smell more fruity like pears. And it smells more perfumey to me, so while I can smell those pear notes in it, there's also something else that I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it doesn't smell bad. It smells pretty good. I was only just hoping that it was maybe more fruity than it is. Alright, so thanks for watching, everyone, and I will, of course, keep you updated, and I'll try to do a fragrance test every week, and I have one coming up for chocolate. I tested chocolate yesterday, so just as soon as I'm able to put all that footage together in a video for you, I will upload that, so stay tuned. Thanks guys, bye.